All right, begin.
What's going on, y'all? What it is? So let's go ahead and slide on this topic, and I want to talk about this Wendy Williams situation real quick. So this video won't be long, so I'm not going to take too much of your time. But it seems as though Wendy is like, F the doctor's orders. She's having her a drink or two, maybe 3 or 4, 5 to 6. You know what I'm saying? So Wendy is back drinking again amid her health issues. So I guess she really doesn't care what she's going through medically. Wendy is going to continue her tight-knit relationship with her best friend, and that's Kettle One Vodka. Now, I also want to touch on the fact that Wendy has told close friends of hers that the podcast that she was supposed to be launching was canceled before she even launched it. So we're going to get into that, and we're going to get into something that I'm also hearing, but I'm waiting for an actual receipt to confirm this in regards to the relationship between Kelvin and Sharina. So let's go ahead and read what they had to say about Wendy actually drinking again, and also what she told close friends about her podcast. And it says here, Wendy Williams was drinking alcoholic beverages all night while bar hopping after her rehab stint, and various health troubles, sources have claimed. One source has exclusively revealed to the U.S. Sun that Wendy Williams was drinking Cosmos with a group she had met earlier that evening in New York City on Friday, March 17th. The source claimed Wendy was completely by herself with the exception of her driver and bodyguard when she arrived at Fresco by Scotto. She was staring off into the distance until someone she knew happened to walk in. Later on in the evening, the group headed to the gay bar Townhouse. When the bartender asked her what she wanted to drink, she simply said, "Something to get me drunk," the onlooker added. The U.S. Sun reached out to Wendy's reps for comment. Podcaster and man about town Rob Shooter also gave details on the evening on his Naughty But Nice podcast, as he was the person Wendy first recognized at Fresco. Rob said of seeing the former TV host at dinner, "We had a bite, we had some drinks, but when we were getting ready to say goodbye, Wendy didn't really want us to leave." Rob said that the former host, who has been divorced from her husband Kevin Hunter since 2019, was telling people she is going by her married name again and announced she was moving to California. Wendy Williams has told friends that her highly publicized podcast has been canceled before it even launched. A source close to the former TV host exclusively told the U.S. Sun that Wendy Williams, whose podcast project was officially announced over the summer of 2022, recently told friends there is no podcast. It's strange because she is saying there is no podcast, but is also telling people she's going to return to TV. It's hard to figure out what is based in reality. An Instagram to promote the Wendy Williams Experience podcast launched in July of 2022, and it contains a link to a website selling merchandise with the star's catchphrases and podcast branding. Alright, so just to recap what I read, Wendy is back drinking again. Well, she's been drinking. She never stopped, right? You know, and she's now moving to California, and there was never ever a podcast. She was just bluffing, you know, the whole entire time, according to what, you know, sources are telling the U.S. Sun. So it's just a sad situation because I really don't think that Wendy is ever going to make a return back to television. You could just look in her eyes and just tell that she's not all there. Just keeping it all the way a buck. It just seems as though Wendy wants to have a blast in the last quarter of her life, and if she wants to drink until that liver coughs up, so be it. She's a grown woman, and at the end of the day, you know, she worked hard for her money, so let her party her life away, you know. So I don't see her coming back to television. I don't see her doing a podcast, and it's just a sad situation. But when you look at it in its totality, she had her run. It is what it is. Now let's jump real quick to what I'm hearing. Now guys, I'm working on a receipt for this. I have connections to individuals that actually live in South Carolina that actually know Charlemagne the God, and what they're telling me is that even Charlemagne the God has said this and he knows what's going on. Now I didn't know that Sharina was actually from South Carolina. I knew that Charlemagne was from South Carolina, so this is what makes this so interesting. So I've been told that Sharina is planning her escape from Kelvin Hunter. It's been said to me that they're on the brink of losing it all. Now, we know that Kelvin has come on camera multiple times crying and boo-hooing, talking about he's about to lose his house and things of that nature. I'm told that they're about to lose the house, that they're about to lose cars, and a whole plethora of things. And it's been said that Sharina feels that it's in her best interest to do what's best for her and her daughter, and she's not going down with the sinking ship. That's what I've been told. I'm working on securing this interview. It looks like it's going to happen. So guys, look, just stay tuned, right? As soon as I get the information about this, I'm gonna bring it to y'all live and in living color, all right? But anyway, I'm gonna let this go. I want you guys to drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about this whole entire situation. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.